Pope Francis thanks the donors of the Vatican's Christmas tree and nativity scene just before they were unveiled today in St. Peter's Square.
Il presepio posto al centro della piazza.
The Holy Father says the creche helps us to contemplate the mystery of God who became man to be close to each one of us. Vatican correspondent Juliet Linley joins us from St. Peter's Square in front of the Christmas tree. Juliet, tell us about this year's tree.
Wyatt, it's a 75-foot red pine that was trucked into St. Peter's Square 2 weeks ago from a forest in northeastern Italy. The Pope today told his visitors, who included Wyatt, the Patriarch of Venice, that with its soaring height, the tree symbolizes God. The lights were donated by a well-known Italian lighting company, and they are energy efficient. And the tree comes from an area that suffered severe damage due to harsh storms in the north of Italy earlier this year. Now, once the Christmas season ends, the wood will be used to make children's toys.
Okay, so the tree is obviously getting a lot of attention, but let's turn to the nativity scene. This year it's a little bit unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, the creche is actually made of sand from the northern Italian beach town of Jesolo, and every year that city hosts a special sand sculpting contest to create original sculptures of the Nativity and other Christian stories. Now, sculptors who created the sand nativity are 4 international artists, including American Richard Varano, the lead designer, and he's from New Smyrna in Florida, and he's a full-time sand sculptor, a talent that he actually inherited from his father, who also did it for a living. And Varano told me that he's greatly humbled to be part of this project. And the nativity scene, Wyatt, is 52 feet wide, and I have to say that when you see it up close, it's very impressive.
It's pretty incredible to think about all the work that goes into creating one of those. And I can see that the Christmas lights just came on the tree. Pretty incredible.
What? Did you see that? Perfect timing. Beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely. Tell me this, Juliet. Like I said, long traditions of nativity scenes. When did the traditions begin?
Wyatt, it was Pope St. John Paul II who started the tradition in 1981, but it actually wasn't until Benedict's papacy in 2012 that the tradition of having a different nativity scene every year was started. Before that, the figures were always the same 19th century statues that were taken from the Church of St. Andrew in the Field here in Rome. Then under Benedict, the Vatican began displaying creches from donors. And last year, the tree came from Poland, and the creche was made by artisans from southern Italy.
Gotta love all of these Catholic traditions there at the Vatican, including the Christmas tree right behind you. Juliet Linley, EWTN News Nightly Vatican correspondent. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.